The woman states her preference for relationships is with married men, says it's convenient for me to date a married man. I don't think I'm destroying anybody's home because your husband is supposed to be my boyfriend.
Hmm. I don't know if I can stand behind the second part about her not destroying a home, depending on what the dynamics are. But I mean, I know that that is something that happens. I know that there are men that have girlfriends that are married. I know that there are women who date married men. So I don't know. Um, yeah, I don't really have much to say. That
Let me,
last
let
part
me,
that she put about not destroying a home, that's questionable because if, like, I think Viz said, if unless it's like an open relationship or unless it's like a situation where they're in some kind of poly relationship, then yeah, you are potentially destroying a home. But yeah, I don't really have too much to say about the rest of it, except for just acknowledging that yes, that certainly happens.
so, what is the allure that you find that most women, gravitate towards a married man versus a single man, right? What is the
Are you
allure?
asking?
Yeah, I'm asking you. What
Oh,
What do you think seems to be
I would
attractive to
say
you?
that there are certain men who know how to treat and who know how to make women um, feel the way that women want to feel. And they know how to attract women, they know how to treat women. And those are generally the men that are married. And they um, tend to be able to attract more women than single men. Sometimes there's a little bit of a disconnect between what single men understand about women and what married men understand about women.
You know, mute just so you know, Luis. I don't know if you said anything.
Yeah, thank you for that. I think that adds an interesting caveat. I mean, I'm also wondering to myself, is it more of the presentation? Because I've seen men who were single and they've talked to a handful of women, and like the conversations went there, but then it dried out. It didn't really go anywhere. Pops up 6 months later, he's with a woman on his arm. He's out and about. They see him. Next thing you know, it's hi big head, and all the messages start flowing in, right? And we all know the kind of the catalyst that follows, right? And sort of, it's like, well, she did all the legwork for me. Now that I see him in this particular light, I want to now circle the wagon or spin the block, because now I could see what she might be seeing, or I might be missing out on what she already knows.
Can I chime in?
Hey, go ahead.
I think the appeal of dating a married man is less responsibility. Um, for a single woman to date a married man, you don't have to deal with everything that the wife deals with. You just get the perks of the fun part of engaging with that man, which 9 out of 10 times is just a sexual fantasy or relationship. That's it. It's nothing more to it. And then on top of that, there are perks from a financial aspect. And I think that's what some women are okay with, because that's really all they want. And then they don't have to deal with the stress of maintaining the family and everything else that comes with that. I think that's the bottom line here. I'm not saying that it's okay, but it works for some women. I don't, let me see, how many married men are on this panel? One engaged, one married. And
Yeah.
I'm sure you all know men that are married that have mistresses. And to keep their mistresses quiet, they pay to play. Simple mathematics. That's the reality of it,
Yeah,
in my opinion.
there's also a group of men and women that I think Luis has said it, that they're aware of the infidelities, but the wife is like, well, shit, I'm tired of fucking them every day, or you know,
Too
so
much
if
work.
if such and such can take that load off, then hey, more power to me. I'm gonna just I'm gonna just keep my mouth quiet, and I'm gonna let him go and do his thing. As long as he taking care of home and giving me what I want, then hey, it works. So that's why I'm kind of in the middle of where it's like, of course, it's wrong. It breaks the traditional values of marriage, but at the same time, it works for some people. I just recently watched the Menendez brothers on
Hmm.
Netflix,
Yeah, me
and
too.
the mother knew that the father was having affairs, but
Cut
she
his ass.
stuck around. So my question is it worse that the husband could potentially be having multiple affairs with multiple different women, or is it not as bad if he only has this one that that's there? Is there a vast difference in there, as far as with how the wife may feel? If this nigga is just out just slanging dick everywhere, or does he just have this one woman that he's giving himself to? Is there a difference in the weight from a woman's perspective?
Are any of the women here married? I'm not. You are.
Anika's married.
I'm divorced.
I'm married. I've been married 21 years. Um, and
So she has the secret sauce.
definitely, I mean, it's definitely hard work, and I'm not in a traditional marriage. I mean, my husband, I don't see him every day. He doesn't come home every day. I mean, he travels. Um, he's in entertainment industry and music industry, and I had to adjust to him not being at dinner, him not us not being together on Valentine's Day, sometimes birthdays, anniversaries. Um, and you learn to figure out what works for you and what's important to you and what you value as individuals and relationship wise. Because, like, our relationship is not typical, and most people couldn't deal with it, to be honest with you. Um, and as far as infidelity or side chicks, I guess mistresses, go, like a female feeling okay with that, I agree with Kelly, because it does have a lot to do with, I mean, it's less responsibility for her. You know what I'm saying? Like the things that I have to deal with, if he were seeing somebody on the side, they don't have to deal with it. It's about the fun, you know. That's the fun chick. That's who you go when you just kick it. Y'all have a great time. You don't have to wonder or worry about anything responsible, about being a responsible adult. You don't have to worry about finances, bills, children, nothing. All you're supposed to do is go have a good time and take it to go home. And for the woman at home, she actually might feel delighted because the man is coming home happy. Y'all not arguing as much. He already pleased. Like you probably like someone else said, like you might not feel like doing it anymore, the wife, or as often. So it's um there's room for a little happiness at the house. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's a little lighter because she was there. But don't think that she might not have somebody making it light on her end too. You know, just you know, just bullshit to the side. She may. So you find that happy medium and then learn how to, I guess, you kind of, you appreciate each woman for different reasons because your wife is at home, they taking care of the kids, they taking care of the house, they're making sure that, there's food and all of this stuff, clothes are clean, all of the, I believe in roles, okay? So I'm more traditional in that aspect. Um, and he's gonna make sure. Now, I don't think no husband should be having no side chick that's not taking care of home at all. Like home has to be taken care of as far as the bills, as far as like she's still knowing you're there. You can't just be absentee. I mean, but you got to be, just making her feel appreciated. The kids know, you know what I'm saying? Dad got us, whatever the case may be. Dad loves us, but when it comes to personal needs, after a certain point in time, that one individual might not be able to satisfy that need anymore as much or as often.